Ethan grew up in a small, crowded neighborhood where houses were close and dreams felt far away. His father, Michael, worked long hours as a city bus conductor, leaving home before sunrise and returning late at night with tired eyes and aching feet. His mother, Sarah, stayed at home, stitching clothes for neighbors to earn a little extra money. Their life was simple, often difficult, but it was held together by responsibility and routine. Ethan, their only son, never heard his parents say, "We love you." In fact, Michael was strict and rarely smiled, while Sarah spoke mostly about chores, studies, and discipline. To Ethan, it felt like love was missing from his home. At school, Ethan saw a different world. His friends talked about parents who bought them toys, praised their achievements, and hugged them openly. When Ethan scored well in exams, his father only nodded and said, "Do better next time." When he failed once in mathematics, Michael scolded him harshly and took away his phone. That night, Ethan lay awake, tears soaking his pillow, wondering why his parents were so cold. He promised himself that one day, when he grew up, he would leave this house and never be like them. As years passed, the silence at home continued. Michael never attended school events because he was always working. Sarah never praised Ethan's efforts. Instead, she corrected his mistakes. Yet every morning, his uniform was neatly ironed, his lunch carefully packed, and his school bag placed by the door. Ethan noticed these things but dismissed them as duties, not love. He believed love should be loud and visible, not hidden in routine. One winter evening, Ethan came home angry after losing a school competition. He threw his bag in the corner and shouted that no one cared about his efforts. Michael listened quietly, his face unreadable. That night, Ethan overheard his parents talking softly in their room. Sarah's voice trembled as she said, "He's growing sensitive. I worry we're too hard on him." Michael replied in a low voice, "The world will be harder. If we don't prepare him, who will?" I stay silent so he becomes strong. After finishing school, Ethan was accepted into a college far from home. He left eagerly, believing distance would finally free him from the silence that had followed him all his life. College life was exciting at first, but soon reality struck. Expenses were high, studies were demanding, and loneliness crept in. One day, Ethan fell seriously ill and had to stay in the hospital. He called home hesitantly, expecting anger or blame. Instead, within hours, Sarah arrived, breathless and worried, carrying homemade soup. Michael came later that night, straight from work, still in his uniform. He said little, only asked the doctor questions and paid the bills quietly. As Ethan watched his father stand there, exhausted yet steady, something inside him shifted. During his recovery, Ethan noticed things he had ignored before. Sarah slept on a chair beside his bed, waking at every sound. Michael returned every evening, sitting silently, making sure Ethan ate and rested. There were no dramatic speeches, no emotional hugs, just presence. One night, Ethan whispered, "Why don't you ever say anything?" Michael looked at him, surprised, and replied, "Because my actions must speak louder than my words." Time passed, and Ethan graduated. Finding a job was difficult, but Michael used his small savings to help Ethan attend interviews in the city. When Ethan finally received a job offer, he ran home with excitement. Sarah smiled quietly and thanked God under her breath. Michael simply said, "Good. Work honestly. For the first time, Ethan understood that this simple sentence carried pride deeper than applause. Years later, Ethan stood on a stage, receiving an award for his achievements. As he looked into the audience, he saw his parents sitting in the back row, Sarah holding her scarf tightly, Michael sitting straight, eyes shining. In that moment, memories flooded Ethan's mind. The ironed uniform, the late-night stitching, the silent bus rides, the strict words, and the sacrifices made without complaint. He realized that love had always been there, steady and unbreakable even when it was silent. After the ceremony, Ethan hugged his parents tightly. Sarah's eyes filled with tears, and Michael's voice shook as he said, "We were never good with words." Ethan smiled and replied, "You never needed them."